Stars fans, I'm Gabe Diamond, and it's time once again for Texas Stars Plays of the Week. We start the first of 3 road games with a visit to West-leading Oklahoma City on March 23rd. The home Barons took a 1-0 lead out of the first period, then doubled the advantage in the second. Josh Fisher has the call on ESPN Austin on Anton Lander's first goal of the season.
On the left side, picked up Tervinen. He'll play it right point for Tubert. His shot tipped in front. They score. Anton Lander. And the Oklahoma City Barons have picked up a 2-0 lead with his first goal as an Oklahoma City Baron.
2 minutes later, Texas got on the board. Mike Hedden's individual effort cut the lead in half.
Left point, Montgomery threw it to the net, knocked down. He gets it back, shuffled out. Hedden takes off on the right side at center. Here he comes, in over the Barons line, right circle. Hedden snapped it to the net, score! Texas on the board. Mike Hedden with 7:21 to go in the second period. Snapped a wrist shot past Jan Denis, and the Texas Stars are on the board, trailing 2-1.
But Hedden's 12th of the season was quickly answered. Mark Arcobello scored a knockout goal for Oklahoma City 30 seconds later.
Puck pushed around to the right side. Austin Smith for Texas. Stars down 2-1. Outlet pass knocked down, held in. Tyler Pitlick right side to the high slot. Arcobello right circle turns, fires and scores. So Oklahoma City counters nearly immediately after Texas had cut the lead to 2-1. Oklahoma City scores.
The Stars battled throughout the rest of the game, but came up empty against the defensive Barons, falling 3-1. 2 days later, on March 25th, the Stars went north to face Toronto, leaders of the North Division. Texas was strong early, netting the first 2 goals of the game. Taylor Vaz got his first AHL goal for the lone tally of the first period, and then Hedden scored early in the second to double the lead.
As the Marlies break out from left to right, Stars pick it off, high slot, shot, score! Taylor Vaz, his first professional goal, as he picked up the puck of the slot on a pickoff and snapped it right over the left shoulder of goaltender Jussi Runes. And Texas is on the board with a 1-0 lead. Time of the goal, 12:27. Right point for Tunis. A lot of traffic in front. Quick chance, they score! Texas takes a 2-0 lead. It's Mike Hedden putting in a rebound down low as he shuffled it into the back of the net. That's 2 goals in his last 2 games, 13th of the season. 3:01 into the second period, and the Texas Stars have taken a 2-goal lead over the Toronto Marlies.
Toronto got a goal back early in the third, but Texas prevented the tie and regained the 2-goal lead later. Matt Frazier got his name into the goal column again for the 31st time on the season.
Tied up a little bit, puck dug free, left circle, it's Moore, and he's got it settled, tucked it to the net, save made, rebound chance, Glennian tight down low, threw it in front of the goal line, score! Matt Frazier, his 31st of the season, and the Texas Stars have opened up a 3-1 lead with 5:08 to go in the third period.
Again, the Marlies answered not too far after, bringing it back to a 1-goal game. But a late Francis Wattier empty netter sealed the 4-2 victory for the Stars. A major highlight from the game was new Texas goaltender Jack Campbell. The rookie first-round pick earned his first win in the AHL and made some big saves along the way. Campbell came up particularly big in the third period to keep the Stars ahead.
Stars turn it over. Here's a chance on the doorstep. Zigomanis, and it's covered up by the goaltender Campbell. Unbelievable save made by Jack Campbell after an inadvertent turnover right in front of the net, and Mike Zigomanis cannot finish. A huge save for the Stars goaltender. Broken up, outlet pass by Quill. Picked off, quick point-blank blast, denied. Ryan Hamilton with a one-timer in front of the Texas net, and Jack Campbell stepped right on up and kicked it out with the pad. Pass Hamilton in the left circle, wind up in a blast. Glove save made by Campbell. Rebound kick to the blue line. Another wind up in a shot by Mark Frazier. Save made. Campbell rebound chance in front, and he took it away as well. Unbelievable saves made by Jack Campbell.
With the win under his belt, Campbell started against the Lake Erie Monsters as well on Tuesday, March 27th. Texas fell behind in the first period, but bounced back with 2 straight goals in the second. First, Travis Morin scored shorthanded. Then, 2 minutes later, Hedden scored his 3rd goal in 3 games to put the Stars ahead.
Puck on the right wing side. Briss Miller had it tipped away by Morin. Jammed it past the defense. It's a foot race, him and Richmond, and now Morin gets there first. Cuts in, backhander, scores! Travis Morin scores for the Texas Stars, a shorthanded goal. And the Stars have tied the game 1-1 with 3:34 to go in the second period. Monsters get it right back. Back of their own zone, it's Evan Brophy. as he left that one for the captain, David Liffiton. Monsters turn it over. Quick chance on the doorstep. They score. Texas Stars take it away on a bad turnover in the Lake Erie zone, and Mike Hedden makes them pay.
Morin's goal gave him 58 total points on the season, tying the team record. Early in the third, Lake Erie tied the game, but Texas answered. Francis Wattier put the Stars ahead 3-2 near the midpoint of the third period.
As the puck jammed away from the Monsters' net, now played in front, they score! Texas is going to get credit for a goal as Danny Richmond backhanded it to his net for the goaltender Cedric Desjardins, and he put it in his own net. Wattier will probably get credit for the goal. We're going to have to wait to see who the last Star was to touch it. My goodness, what a lucky break for the Stars. I think it's going to be Wattier as he tipped it as Richmond had it.
However, the Stars couldn't hold on, and the Monsters tied the game again with 2 minutes to go in regulation. The game went to overtime, and again Jack Campbell came up big between the pipes. The rookie goaltender kept Lake Erie off the board in OT with a couple of key saves late.
Now the Monsters bringing it back in on the right side. Barry Goers down low and behind the Texas net, swings out of the left circle, dropping it off one-timer. Brophy tipped in front, save made by Campbell. And now he smothers one to the left of his net on a second try for the Monsters. What a series of saves for Jack Campbell. And we're going to stay 3-3 here in OT with 1:53 to go.
With Campbell's help, the Stars forced a shootout. The teams were tied after 5 rounds, but the newcomer Taylor Vaz made the difference with the winner.
Vaz picks it up over the blue line, moves between the circles, makes a move, slipped it in, he scores! And the Texas Stars win in a shootout. Taylor Vaz, the Wizard of Oz, with the game-winning goal in the 7th round of the shootout. And the Stars pull off a 4-3 shootout win here in Cleveland over the Lake Erie Monsters.
Texas prevailed 4-3 in the shootout and took 2 out of 3 games on their short road trip. Up next, the Stars return home to host the Hamilton Bulldogs on March 29th, and then welcome Lake Erie to the Cedar Park Center for back-to-back games on March 31st and April 1st. Tune in live with Josh Fisher on ESPN Austin, 104.9 The Horn, 92.5 FM, and online at ESPNAustin.com. For Texas Stars Plays of the Week, I'm Gabe Diamond.